of the show.
Hey y'all, what's up? How my peeps out there? Can you all hear me? Hey Matt, there we go. Is my mic volume okay? Yes. Perfect. Alright, cool. I'm gonna turn this volume down on this keyboard here for a second so I can hear you guys. I'm not drowning out the music, or it's not drowning me out, correct? What's up, Zodiac? Alright, Abby, did you get your IM squared away here? That's okay. We're okay with newbies, so that's okay. That's all right. I don't mean to offend you by calling you a newbie, but that's okay. We all had to start somewhere. You can barely hear me. Turn music down a tad. I can do that. Hang on a second. How's about now? Is that better? Alright, cool. Well, in case you guys don't know what this show is all about, this is all about DIY. Anybody here who has never DIY before? Never made your own juices? Put a 1 in the room if you've never made your own juices. Oh, it's a surprise, Zodiac. I can't tell you. Sorry, I gotta turn my fan on. It's getting hot in here. Music's still really loud. Okay, hang on. I'll fix that. that better? Peppers? Alright. Who in here who just put a 1 in, who has never DIY'd before, wants to do it? Put a 2 in the room. Oh, Floyd will be in, Zodiac. Don't worry about it. I see a couple 2s. Alright, cool. Now I am going to show you exactly how easy this is. It's really very simple. I played Floyd at the beginning, Lord. Jeez. It'll be back around, don't you worry. There's going to be a lot of Floyd in the mix, so don't worry about it. Time to DIY. That's exactly right. So what we're going to do is, I'll turn my other camera on real quick so you can see. Well, I'll just show you this way. As you can see, my kiwi strawberry is about out. My Mayan mocha is empty. My honey tobacco is almost gone. So I gotta make some juice. So I gotta bring some juice for myself anyway. So I might as well make some for you and show you how to do it. Do I have any Zappa? No, I don't have any Zappa, but don't eat the yellow snow. Make chocolate. Not tonight, Zodiac. That'll be later. I'm getting there. I gotta make it. Actually, I did. By the way, I did make the OMFG. It's chocolate. I don't have it out here tonight. Where the hell did I put the bottle? From New Nicotine last week, and I'm starting to tweak them a little bit. So we'll get to that. Don't worry, we'll get to that. All right. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make a couple juices here tonight, and I gotta at least make 3 because I'm out. So strap in and get ready to go. And by the way, we're going to have a couple of giveaways tonight for New Nicotine, who is my sponsor down here. You'll see on the bottom right hand side of the screen. Well, down there. It's always backwards, down there. And we're going to give away 2 flavor concentrates of your choice from New Nicotine twice. So 2 people are going to win 2 flavor concentrates from them. Alrighty? So let's do this. Let us just fire that up right now. Now I can't see the chat right now, so you gotta bear with me for a bit. And by the way, this is only my 2nd show, so you gotta be cool with that too, alright? Oh my god, we have a lot of people here. Nice. Zodiac is at the bottom. Alright, we got boatloads of people in here. Nice, nice, nice. We scroll up, see who we got. Everybody sees their names in there. Let me find Chatters. Where's Chatters? I don't see There's Chatters. Go away, Chatters. Alrighty. Well, I guess I have to take myself out. I can't win my own juice. That would be bad, right? Alright. This drawing is for 2 5-milliliter bottles of concentrates from New Nicotine. Everybody ready? Jay Bennett? Jay Bennett, you here? Jay Bennett, hello. But let me know you're here, Jay. Let me know you're here. Jay Bennett. I haven't seen her or him. Jay Bennett. I didn't see it go by if it is. Jay Bennett, where you at? Come on, you got like 15 more seconds. You got like 15 more seconds. Alright, hang tight for a second. Alright, hang on, let's see who was number 2 in the list. Abby, cool chick. Well, talk about a new person winning. Abby, you here? Let me know you're here, Abby. I know you're here. Abby. Winner chicken dinner. Alright, cool. Alright, Abby, this is what I need you to do. I need you to go to that link right there. Fill out the forms. The show name is going to be Clearing the Room. And all you need to do is fill the information out, put your comments in. You need to go to New Nicotine. Let me give you a link to that. Hang on a second. Go to that link there at New Nicotine. Find what flavors you want. You get 2 5-milliliter bottles of New Nicotine. Just put your choice of your flavors in the comment section. All right. Just for a while. All right, cool. Now, everybody, tell me. I was in the last show, so yeah, this is my second show favor. Okay, shush. But I need a beer, so hang tight. Yummy. All right. Let's make some juice. Anybody want to make some juice? Yes, those are the 2 5-milliliter concentrates. Yes. Thank you, homeless. Alright, what we're going to do, I'm going to turn the other camera on so you can see what we're going to do here. Let's get rid of this. Alright. This is nothing more than your typical, everyday, standard cafeteria tray. College, high school, wherever. Cafeteria tray. I use this just in case I don't spill anything, it doesn't go everywhere. So, we're going to see how easy all this stuff is, okay? And because I'm using nicotine, I'm going to use some gloves. I'm also going to use some glasses. What vendor? The vendor would be New Nicotine. The show would be Clearing the Room. Just like the ones you lifted from McDonald's. Exactly. This may have come from McDonald's at one point. I'm not absolutely positive. They didn't miss it from the cafeteria work, so. Now they're going to carry the food. I need to get bigger gloves because these gloves are small in my hands. I get big hands. Alright. Give me a second here to get my other glove on. It may have come from McDonald's. It may have. Oh, hang on a second. I'm going to close my door before the cat comes in here and messes me up. Hang on a second here. The cats like to make an appearance. Okay. I'm going to use 36 milligram nicotine. That's why the gear. Okay. I probably could get away without it because I've been doing this for a while. That was from New Nicotine. I'm not next. This is for you, Vapor King. If you use, I would gotta guess if you're just starting out, for God's sakes, do this because it is poisonous. So, but you just got to be safe. And besides, I get all this stuff. You can get this stuff cheap. Okay. All right. Let me get the camera on. What I'm going to make is I am going to make kiwi strawberry, and the base of this is directly from New Nicotine. So Abby, you can get kiwi strawberry. I actually did use 100 milligram at one point, homeless, but I ran out of it. So 36 is all I had in stock when I went to buy my next round. So okay, but like I said, kiwi strawberry is excellent by itself. But I told Jake I'm going to tweak it. Jake is the owner and lead chemist from New Nicotine. So I said, Jake, I'm going to try to make this better. So I'm going to mess with his stuff. and we're going to see what happens. I'm going to show you another link here. Give me a second. If you don't have this, if you are interested in DIY at all, this is a great resource. This is the eJuice Me Up calculator, which is free. You can get it. It has probably got a couple hundred recipes in it already. So you can use that as a start. I mean, it's not the end all. There are dozens of calculators out there that you can use, but this is the one that works for me. Okay? And that's what I use most of the time.
Authorities say it appears a pilot was trying to crash land the plane after running low on fuel, but struck
Alright, so here we go. I'm going to turn on the eJuice Me Up calculator. Let me minimize this out of the way. I'm going to lose part of the screen here for a sec, folks, so while this is going on, so I won't be able to see the chat very well, because it's kind of sliding off to the side. Is this screen here big enough for everybody? Can you see this? Do I need to make this bigger? I hope it's okay. Get it, babe. Zodiac. OMFG is chocolate. Okay. Time to get busy. If you see the calculator here, I'm going to use 36 milligram base, which is right here. You can see the bottle. It's 36 milligram 100% PG nicotine base. Okay, I'm going to make 12 milliliters of VG, and here are my percentages I need for the flavorings I'm going to do. And what happens is, when you get kiwi strawberry, you can do kiwi strawberry right out of the gate by itself, anywhere between 2.5% and 7.5%. But I like really, really strong flavors, so I actually bump it up, and I'm actually going to change it because I'm going to add another couple of flavors in it. I'm going to add 2 extra flavors to this base I've got. So we're going to see how it turns out. With this recipe, I need 5.5 milliliters of nicotine, and what I've done is I take these conicals and I actually label it nicotine. It's hard to write round like that, but I label it nic so I know what it is, and I've already measured out 5 milliliters of the nicotine in this already. Okay? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pour 5.5 milliliters of juice of nicotine into this bottle here. If you can see this from here, I'll do it from down here. I guess it's focused enough. And there's I can't dance like Kyle can. Alright. Nicotine for this one is done. What's next? Kiwi strawberry. Okay. Now I am glad I've got pipettes, big mechanical pipettes that are very easy to use. You can use regular syringes. You can use syringes with needles in it. You can do. Let me get this up so you can see this. You can use syringes. Those of you who are going to use syringes for this, yes, this is going to be kiwi strawberry. Yes. Anybody who uses syringes, and these are readily available just about anywhere, a tip for you: either take nail polish or take like Scotch tape or packing tape. This here works fabulous. Your regular packing tape you get from, Walmart or whatever, works really good to wrap around the syringe to keep these numbers from fading. They will rub off and fade if you get them in the PG and the VG. Look at the calculator, Zodiac. What's it say up there? It's going to be 6832 because I don't want to add. I like high VG, so I like to make it as high VG as I can get it. At least you can read. That's a good start. All right, so let me get rid of that and get rid of that. I need 12. Okay. You see the .04 PG, one drop. I am not going to worry about one drop of PG. I don't care. It's not going to change the flavor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the VG now. And what I've got is I've got one of these these conicals again, labeled for VG. That way I don't get Nick and VG mixed together and screw them up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 12 milliliters of VG in this bottle. And this holds 15, so I got room. What do I need? 12 on the dot. And I use this bottle, which I got from my local brick and mortar store. This is what they get theirs in, shipped to them in. And I just label the VG and fill it up because it makes it so much easier with that spout on the top to actually pour this in here. Alright, 12 milliliters VG, yep. The VG is really thick, so it's going to take a little bit to pour in here. If I wasn't talking, if I wasn't talking and paying attention to chat, I'd be done this by now. Just see how easy this is. Okay. VG for this batch is done. Put the cap back on it, put the lid back on it. Now what do I need? And I hate to do this, but I can't see the screen's too far away from me to focus. I gotta keep taking my glasses off. Kiwi Strawberry 1.6. Alright, I have this nice pipette. Like I said, you can use a syringe. Whatever you do when you're doing DIY, for God's sakes, try to stay away from drops because it is never going to be right. It's very difficult to use. It's very difficult to get accurate. You would have to actually take something like water and measure it into a syringe. How many drops counts to 1 milliliter to make it right, because the viscosity of VG and PG are different, so the number of drops is going to be different between each. Okay, just so you know that. I need 1.6. Now this is it says 800 on here, if you can see this or not. The 800 means 0.8 milliliters because this is 1 milliliter per pull. Every thumb pull is going to be if it was set as 1,000, it would be 1 milliliter per pull. But I need 1.6, so I'm going to make this 800 twice. 800 twice is 1.6. Alright, got a pipette tip on it. Make sure I got the right flavor. This is Kiwi Strawberry. And I'm putting it in the Kiwi Strawberry batch. And sorry, I'm kind of busy, so I can't see chat for a second here, so please bear with me if you're chatting something. Alright, and this smells heavenly. This really smells good. Now I really don't need to do the gloves and the glasses. Glasses is probably good. And you can see that it's not quite to the top, which is 800 milliliters. 0.8 milliliters, I should say. I need 1.6. 800 times 2 is 1.6. So. Alright. And believe it or not, this, just like this, at this strength and concentration, would be fine for quite a few people. But I like to experiment. And that's the best thing about doing DIY is you can make your own stuff up. And you can come up with the craziest things. And some of the stuff you come up with is just absolutely phenomenal. Other times, it's a complete train wreck. Where did I get that from? You mean the flavor concentration? This is from New Nicotine. It's upside down. And I hate the camera. And this is what I got from New Nicotine probably about 2 weeks ago, or about 2 months ago. Does that answer your question, Hugo? Tell me a yes or whatever, I'll wait for it. I'm gonna make sure you're talking about the right thing here. Alright. That answer your question, Hugo? Where did I get the fancy pipette? I actually got this from work. I work at a government lab, and believe it or not, these were, how do we say, end of life They were going to throw them away. I said, dude, hook me up. This would be about $300. And actually, I have two of them. I have a 1 milliliter one, and I have a 0.1 milliliter one. So, and I can show you the difference. The size-wise, you really can't tell. You see the bottom is fatter on the other one. This one's a 0.1 milliliter. This is a 1 milliliter per pull. It looks like it'd be a pain to store. No, it's not a pain to store. They just go right into a box because you don't have to. These are not worried about. The only thing you got to keep clean are the pipette tips. All right, and I'll tell you about that in a little bit. All right, what was I at? I don't want to get confused here. Okay, I didn't do the. What I'm going to change in this recipe. No, well, actually, you go to the website and that's how much they cost from whoever their vendor is. So it's not like, I'm sure the government probably paid that too. What I'm going to change in this recipe is I'm going to add some ripe strawberry, or strawberry ripe as it's said, from Wizard Labs. Okay? By itself, if I was going to do a single flavor by itself with this recipe, with this flavor, probably somewhere between 10 and 15% would be the percentage that somebody would use for this. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of kick it up a notch here, and I'm going to put 3% of this into the mix. So what I'm going to break out here is I'm going to use my 0.1. Make sure I got the right one. This one is set to 1000. This is a 0.1 per pull, and that means I need, for 3%, I need, oh, I'm sorry, I looked at the wrong thing with 3%. It's 0.6. I had it right. Boy, good thing I double checked that because I'd have overshot that by a long shot. Trying to talk and try to watch chat and do this at one time is somewhat confusing for an old guy like me. So hang on a second here. Glad I checked that. It'd have been way strong. 6 milliliters, 0.6? 0.6, okay, so if that's 0.1. I'll do it this way. Right strawberry. 0.6. I'm just going to use the big one, it's just easier. Set to 600, 0.6, one pull, and I'm done with it. And I double, triple check this measurement here because I want to make sure I got this right. Ripe strawberry, 0.6. Got it. .6, a little bit less than half, a little bit more than half. And you can't see it. I have it on the floor over here. I have a big tub of water that when I'm done, I just push the button on this, and it actually ejects the pipette off the back. You see that part moving at the tip, and that actually shoves the pipette tip off of the back of it, or off the front of it, into the water, so I can take care of that later. I like my stuff sweet, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a little bit of alpha maltol to it, which is a sweetening agent. Okay, kind of like a cotton candy, if you've ever heard of that, but this is how that works. All right, it's going to make it sweeter, so it's going to be a sweet, ripe strawberry kiwi, or kiwi strawberry. That's what I'm hoping this turns out, because I've never made this batch like this before, so this is a new one on me here. So I need 0.2 of alpha maltol. So I got 1,000. Why they trying to complicate 1,000. This would be 0.1. Yep, it's the right one. So you see I have the smaller pipette now. This is 0.1 per pull, and I need 0.2. So I need a really small amount of this. My mouth, don't mind if I stand out in a crowd, just wanna live out loud. I'm just gonna do one. Just gonna be sweet. The let's forward already. Let me go that one. Change it on the fly. Alright. So in all reality, this is done. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a cap on it. I'm gonna put a lid on it. And you can't see it. I could probably flip it around here, but I have an ultrasonic cleaner over here on the side, and I'm gonna drop it. Actually, I should give it a few shakes before I drop it in there. Okay. Nice color to it. It's gonna be nice. Orange A. Oh, that's right. I don't have any orange. Ooh, it smells pretty good. Hang on a second, let me get the lid back on so I don't mess it up. Alright, I'm going to turn the camera for a second so you won't be able to see it very well because it doesn't autofocus, but I'll at least show you what I've got. Move this out of the way. Actually, I'll just pull it over here. Okay, this here is an ultrasonic cleaner. It's like 35 bucks, give or take, from Harbor Freight. And it's ultrasonic, meaning you put water in it, and then it uses vibration, and it actually stirs the juice. It kind of helps steep the juice. Alright? So, this is a lifesaver for you to help get your juices mixed, but I have another solution. I actually worked on it today. And what I'm going to show you, and I might as well show you right now. Anybody here get on the Vape on TV webpage, Facebook page today, and see something about a posting about a DIY stir plate? Put a wonder if you saw it. Never Vape on TV's coming. All right. Well, this is going to be, if you watched the show last night with Jake, he had the little stir plate demonstration when he put the water in, or not the water, but he made juice last night. Well, I went out today and I bought a build box, which is basically a big ass box. Okay, really all it's for. What I did is I stripped a fan out of the back of a PC, which is what this right here is. You can see this fan right here. Alright. On the top side of that, which would be this side here, I hot glued two small rare earth magnets to it. And what'll happen is, and here's the switch. It's not live yet because I had to put a potentiometer in here to actually be able to adjust the speed. But when it's all said and done, this is going to sit like this, and you put your beaker on top here, you put your little stirring magnet in there, and this will be just like it was on Jake's desk last night. Take a guess how much money I've got into this box. And I need to spend like $4 more on it. Take a guess. Throw a number in there, guys. How much you think I did? Oh yeah, I tried. I forgot. I put the damn price in the thing. Didn't I? Duh. Actually, I spent $16 so far. $16. Yeah, I realize that. But those of you who didn't see the Facebook page, it was $16. I have to make cran mango pineapple. Yeah, we'll get there one of these days. Okay, ooh, I hear the ultrasonic cleaner has stopped. No better way to see how your juice is than to give it a shot. It wasn't the computer. No. Well, yeah, that's true, but anybody who knows anybody who does computers, and there's lots of people in your neighborhood who probably do computers, I'm sure they got an old computer sitting around in their garage that's just trashed anyway. I ripped the you can take, and I actually raped a hard drive too. I'm a computer geek, so I have access to all this, but I found a and I should have done this one, a 10 gigabyte hard drive. You can actually take the magnets out of here that run the coil head for the hard drive out, and use these on the back of that fan for your stir plate. It works just fine. This is the one I should have done, because the one I ripped apart was a 60 gig drive. Duh. Didn't see this until after the fact. So, alright. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to give this a taste and see how it is. What I've got is a, how do you call it, a micro nano coil on a dripper. And God, please focus so you guys can see this. Come on. There you go. See that? That is like 12 wraps on a paper clip with 28 gauge wire with a little bit of cotton underneath of it. Makes this so easy to change out, so easy to check your flavors out. I'm gonna put my, oh, the Floyd's on. I hear it now finally. We are all going to see my reaction right off the bat, because I have never tried it this way before. We're going to see. It's either going to be a complete win or it's going to be a complete, oh my God, what did I do to myself? Let's see how it goes. Nothing like being the mad scientist and practicing on yourself, right? And like I said, the differences I made with this is I added some ripe strawberry, and then I added some sweetening, which is the yellow maltol. So either I'm going to croak or I'm going to be really, really happy. So let's find out. This is kiwi strawberry baked chick. Like I said, almost done bird here, but a little more juice here. And shiny you crazy diamond. Love this. Alright, let's give it a shot. See if I can describe it to you. It's definitely sweet because I have ripe strawberry and I have ethyl maltol. Good thing I didn't put extra maltol in it, because it would have been really, it'd probably been oversweet with that. And at almost 70% VG, you're going to get some good clouds with this, because VG carries carries the smoke. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. A little bit of steeping. In steeping, okay, just so you know how I steep just like this. I take the top cap, this cap off. I leave this off. I take it just like it sits, let it air, and I just set it on the counter with something over it so the cat doesn't get to it. Alright? But had I not spent half my time talking, I could have had this done in 5 minutes. Alright? Alright, Lord, no problem. And the best part is, this 20 milliliter of juice probably cost me way less than $1 to make. So this is 20 milliliters. Now you're probably spending what, $8 to $12 for a 10 milliliter bottle at your local B&M or online. Maybe less, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, depending on the juice. But for 20 milliliters for about $1, you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with this. All right. I need some more vape of this. It's freaking good. All right. And luckily, Magnet Man lives really close to me, so he's actually gonna get a chance to taste this one day soon, because we go to the same shop around town here. I'm not much for the clouds, but this is high VG. I'm not allergic to PG, but it gives me more of a little burn in my throat than I like. I guess I maybe am a little bit allergic to PGs. That's why I use as high as VG as I can. So, it's not bad. I figured my cost $1.25? There you go. Well, I'm not gagging, and I'm not I'm not puking, so it's not bad. It's not bad at all. A little steeping may change the profile of it. May change it a little. May make it a little. It'll definitely probably make the color darker. I'm happy with it. I'm very happy with it. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this one aside. Oh God. 10 after 10 already. We may be going to overtime. Where am I from? I live in South Park, Pennsylvania, which is about 15 miles south of Pittsburgh. Let's do another giveaway. Let's do another new nicotine giveaway. Let me get rid of this character here and go back to random. I'm going to lose your chat for a while. Hang on a second here. Go to another one. Oops, got to put the other one in here. I'm going to refresh the room, refresh the chatters list. Oops. Hang on a second, folks. How many people we got in here, by the way? I'll copy this. Go back to random. Go to this one. There's this one. Put random back up so you guys can see it. Let me see your name in the list. And let's see. Get rid of chatters. And I made a change in my little setup here. I actually moved my keyboard off to the side so I have room on my table to do this, and it's like it kind of messes me up a little bit. All right. I can't see the screen now, but what we're going to do is the winner of this one is going to get two. I'm going to move that screen out of the way. Probably make it easier on both of us here. I'm going to win 2 5 milliliter flavor concentrates with nicotine again. Alright. There we go. Chrissy high? Chrissy is high? Chrissy I high. Chrissy I high. Are you in the room? Alright. Do you want it? Okay, perfect. Alright, give me a second here. You need to go to this link, put in your information. The name of the show is Clearing the Room. State that you won 2 5 milliliter bottles of new nicotine flavor concentrates. Let me give the link to that. Give me a second here. And by the way, you have 24 hours to get that in there, by the way. So just so you know, nothing worse than having people win something and then don't try to wait for 5 days to figure it out that we have no idea who did it. Okay, Chrissy? Perfect. Got those out of the way. Nice. Let me get rid of random. Now, since my kiwi strawberry is done, I'm going to throw this back into the ultrasonic cleaner for a while I do something else. I'm just going to keep hitting that button. The good thing about that, the ultrasonic cleaner, is very cheap. It's like less than $40. The bad thing about it, it only has 3-minute cycles. So every 3 minutes you got to keep doing it. And I like to run it at least 4 or 5 times before I even taste the juice. Abby, your husband's name is Zod? Somehow I don't believe that. Alright. Next flavor is going to be Mayan Mocha. Let me get rid of this. Alright. Eni Juice Me Up. And by the way, who here, put a 1 in the room if you did get to the E-Juice Me Up calculator and at least have a link to it. Save a link to it. Because this is a great application to use. If you're even considering doing DIY as a first timer, it's great. It's really, really good. Okay? It's the first one I used. I've used a couple more, but I keep coming back to this one because it already. Yes, you won 2 5 milliliter concentrated flavor concentrates. You'll see that on you'll see the flavor concentrates at the bottom there. Okay. Can be a few drips off you, bro. Can I hit a couple drips off you, bro? That would be cool. Well, Magna Man does it to me all the time when I see him in the B&M around the house here. All right, let me double check my 25 mil concentrates. Thank you, D-Back. That's right. Let's double check the settings here. Mayan Mocha is the flavor I'm going to make, and you see I'm kind of anal. I use a P-Touch calculator or a P-Touch. Where the hell did I put it at? It must fall on the floor. Oh, it's over there on the desk on the floor. I use a P-Touch label maker for all this, and trust me, it makes it so much easier. And I know when it's time to get some juice because this is empty. I gotta make some more. With the Mayan Mocha, which is what this one is, and you probably will not be able to see this, but it says recommended percent. Come on, focus, dang it. Recommended percent. I'm not gonna focus. Of course, it's not gonna focus. Anyway, right there at the bottom it says 2.5 to 7.5%. Personally, I like flavors a little stronger than that. So what I do is I'm going to make a little change to this base, which you can do this straight up by itself. And if you find the percent you like, it's beautiful. I vaped probably 40 milliliters of this already just by itself without making any changes to it. So now I'm thinking it's time to make a change and see what I can come up with. So what I'm going to add to the base of Mayan Mocha is some more mocha. You cannot go wrong with too much mocha. So I'm going to add a little bit of mocha from Wizard Labs to it. Okay? And I'm also going to add, I want things a little sweeter, but I don't want to use my ethyl maltol all the time. So what I'm also going to add is I'm going to add some sweet cream. Oh, come on, I can't get this camera right. I'm going to add some sweet cream to it. Is that white tail on? Yes, it is. It is exactly so I can throw the tail in when I get sick of myself. Exactly. You can't see it, but I have towels here, and I have towels over here on my table or on my chair. So I've confiscated all the white hand towels in the house because this is my man cave. This is where I go. Zulu, thanks for stopping by. Okay? Appreciate it coming by, guys. Alright. Back to the Mayan Mocha. What do I need? I need 5 of each 5 milliliters. So what I'm doing is I'm breaking out my nicotine conical. Okay? Got my goggles back on. I've got my gloves on still. I have my 36 milliliter VG, or nicotine and PG. And I need 5.56 milliliters. Now let's eyeball this. This is 15 milliliters if it was full. So I'm gonna go 5. I'm gonna do this over the trash can, so I don't, just in case I do spill it, it goes in the trash can. Let's see. 5.5. That will work. I'm going to put the lid back on the nicotine and put that aside. You're welcome, Abby. Welcome to vaping, Abby. I know this is your first show. It's the first time I've seen you. And welcome aboard. Please come back and see us again. Back to this. 5 milliliters. 5. Make sure. Yeah. 5 of nicotine. Really easy. I'm just going to pour this into this. This is going to give me a 10 milligram strength of this when I'm all said and done. Okay, do me a favor while I'm waiting for this to finish coming out. Put a 1 in the room if you see how easy this is and think it's not as frightening as you thought it may have been. I hope I see a bunch of 1s in here. Alright. Put a 2 in the room. Oh, the question is, if from what you're seeing here, if you've ever considered doing DIY, if this is not as scary as you thought, or not as hard as you thought it was. That's the question. If you think, oh my god, I gotta have some chemistry degree. I don't have a chemistry degree. I'm a computer geek. Alright? Alright, my nicotine is in. I'm gonna get this out of the way. I need 11.6 VG, okay? I have my conical that's labeled VG. 3, 2, 1. You're killing me, Vapor. That's okay. Alright, I need 11.6 of this. Again, the 1 drop of PG, I don't care about 1 drop of PG. It's not going to kill me. It's not going to change the flavor at all. 11.6. And these bottles are wonderful for doing this. 11. I don't know if you can see this or not, but I'm going to try to show you the numbers on it. Of course, there's 11. It's clear, so it's going to be kind of tough to see, but I hope you can see the numbers on there. So I have 11 milliliters of VG, sorry. This takes a while to pour because it's very thick. What's the difference between VG and the nicotine base? Okay, the nicotine base is typically, it comes in 100% PG. The PG will give you the throat hit and will carry flavor. The VG gives you clouds and kind of mutes the flavor a little bit. So if you go with a higher VG, typically you may have to bump your flavor percentages up typical more than what you would if you went like 50-50 or whatever. Because you see here I'm going to 35-65. If you look at the bottom, not bottom left, but right above the comments, you see the target PG VG. So they both have nicotine. The nicotine is made in PG. And what I'm doing, because I like a higher VG percentage, if you see on the notepad on the right hand side of the column, it says PG is like 0.04 is 1 drop. I don't care about 1 drop. I like higher VG because I'm kind of a little bit allergic to PG, so I go with as high VG as I can get. Besides, it makes bigger clouds, you know. Alright, so now the VG is in. Now it's time to get to the flavors. What do I need? I need 1.4 milliliters of Mayan Mocha. I'm going to crank this up to 1,000. Ooh, I hear more Floyd in the background there. Is that what I got? Okay, this is the 1 milliliter per pull. I need a drink. Yes, you can get your nicotine in straight VG. I know Wizard Labs does it that way. I'm sorry, Wizard Labs. New Nicotine does it that way. Oh, by the way, even though you can technically get VG from Walmart, I've had both versions of it. Actually, do I have it? And I do. I'm going to show you something here, kind of off topic. In a pinch, and I mean in a really, really pinch, you could conceivably use this, which is vegetable glycerin. It is USP grade, which is kind of what we use, but I would suggest you don't. I would buy this from a vendor like New Nicotine or One Stop DIY or Wizard Labs or whatever, or actually do what I do if you want. Buy a big ass bottle from Essential Depot. I got a quart. Okay? I got a quart of PG as well, by the way. I got both of these. So I'm ready for the vaping apocalypse whenever it comes. All I need to do now is get some more. Jim, it looks a little lit. No, I'm not lit. Hey, Baj, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. Welcome. Okay, what did I do? I don't want to get myself confused, so I'm going to have to stop watching chat so I don't screw this up, okay? So bear with me here for a second. I'm making Mayan Mocha. Mayan Mocha, what you see here. And it's going to go into my Mayan Mocha bottle. And like I said, the suggested recommended use for this is 2.5 to 7.5%, but I like my flavors strong. They almost can't be too strong for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bake this, and I'm going to tweak it a bit. And you can see in the calculation with the tweaks I'm going to make. Alright, so what we've got here is Mayan Mocha. I need what? 1.4. So I'm going to use my 1 milliliter per pull. Nope, get there. It's stuck together. 1 milliliter. Bear with me for a minute here. Let's do this nice and slow, and you can see how full that gets. There's a little notch in here that you can't see, but it's right there, and you can see where the juice stops. So that's your 1. Put this down for a second. Crank this down to 0.4. So the 400, which would be 0.4. And you can't, I don't know if you can see this or not, but what I'm doing is there's a button on the side here that I just push, and it allows me to adjust the dial on the top. So that's kind of what I'm doing if you can't see what I'm doing on the screen. I'm going to turn this down to 400. Give me a second here. And now it's 400. So I had a 1, and now I have a 0.4. Same tip, and it didn't change anything, so that's good. Mayan Mocha again, 0.4. And if you notice how much juice was in the last pull, you can see that it's much lower down. So these are as accurate as you're going to get it, by the way, if you can get a hold of these. And I'm sure you can get them at some chemistry supply online or something. I don't know exactly what I got it from. I got it from work. So, all right, Mayan Mocha is done. The change I'm going to make to this recipe is I'm going to add some extra mocha to it because I want to taste mocha. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 0.8 milliliter. So I need to turn this to 800. Sorry, bear with me for a second while I crank this puppy back up again. And like I said, Mayan Mocha by itself, right from New Nicotine, and I'm just using New Nicotine as an example. I mean, this varies from anybody. I love every flavor I've tried from New Nicotine. I've loved, and that's why I kind of stick with them. But I have others, and you can't see it. I haven't turned the camera around yet, but I have 105 Wizard Labs flavors in bottles just like this, just over there. Okay. So I'm going to add a little bit more mocha to this because I want it in my face. So I need a 0.8. This 0.8. 100. And here we go. I'm going to grab the bottle in focus here. Okay. And man, whew, that smells like a some kind of latte from Starbucks. That's what that smells like. Thank you, Vapor King. I don't have time. My hands are dirty. I don't have time to do all that. One other change I'm going to make to this. I want it a little bit sweeter. I want to try to cream it up a bit. I want it to kind of taste like some kind of macchiato thing or something from Starbucks. That's what I want to try to make this come out to be. So I'm going to add a little bit of sweet cream to it to kind of sweeten it up a bit and see what it does. So with this, I need 0.6. So let me get the adjusted here. Down to 600. Is anybody learning anything? But I'm wondering if you're learning something. There we go. Well, Zodiac's learning. Anybody else learning anything? Alright, sweet cream. Oh. Let's something to go back on again. Alright. Can I get a new tip? That's a new tip. 600. New tip. I'm going to see if I can sweeten it up a little bit. And again, it's not, you can see how low it is. It's not all the way up to the bottom of that tip will be full for 1 milliliter. So it's about 600. So that's good. Or 0.6 milliliters. Alright. Okay. So now that is done. Oh, Boz, you did some new Nick, huh? Nice. Nice. All right. Okay, Mayan Mocha is now complete for how I wanted it. And I'm not going to have time to make the last one. I was going to try to do one more, but I'm not going to have time for it. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one and I'm going to stick it in my ultrasonic cleaner for a while with the kiwi strawberry, which is still cooking in there, by the way. While we're waiting on that, does anybody have any questions? Wow. This is still the kiwi strawberry. It's freaking awesome. Any questions, anybody? Alright, give me a second here. Wow, it says I have 119 viewers. Fucking A, pardon my French. But thank you for coming out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You leaving system? Well, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Where did I buy the sweet cream? Okay, I'm going to turn this camera. It won't focus, but I'm going to turn the camera on so you can see my stash, so to speak. Don't yell and don't. It's probably not going to focus. Behind the ultrasonic cleaner, see if I can get the focus in there. You see these little, all these little black, these bottles with the lids on top. That's my flavor stash. I made this wooden rack, by the way, by myself. So time to turn it back on again. Yeah, I went a little overboard when I first started doing DIY because I saw so many recipes. Oh my God, that sounds good. Oh my God, that sounds good. And I said, well, I got to buy everything. So I bought. I think there may be only like 20 flavors from Wizard Labs I don't have. So, okay, I need to make a change. I need to change my dripper out. I don't want to, but I got to. And because of the way I do this coil, I'm going to show you how simple this is. Who here rebuilds their own systems? Rebuilds their own coils? Put a 1 in the room if you rebuild your coils. Do all flavors constantly have recommended percentages on them? No, they do not. The ones from Wizard Labs, or the ones from New Nicotine do. What you can do is you can get on the ECF forum, the Electronic Cigarette Forum, and I can actually put you a link into it here in a little bit when I get done with this. Most people doing DIY, and I hate to generalize like this, but most people who use Wizard Labs flavors shoot for like a 10 to 20% flavor percentage. There is a document that I found in ECF, and what I did, I just dunked this in some water to clean it off. And I'll show you my coil without a cotton in it so you can see how it fires up. And this is just water on it. You see it's really small, really petite, and it's so easy to use because I just throw cotton underneath of it. And this is a I think it's a 1.2 ohm 28 gauge 12 wraps on a paper clip, and that's the coil I've made. And it just fires up, and it's so sweet. Okay, I gotta find some cotton. Hang on a second. And the best part is, you need so little cotton for this. I mean, that's way too much. And that's probably too much. I mean, literally, the size of your fingernail is the piece of cotton you need for this to do this taste testing with. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to try to do it so you can see this. All you do is just take it and stuff it underneath of the coil. And that is how easy it is to test the flavor. It's still underneath of it. Now, I'm not going to fire it now because it's dry cotton and it would burn and it would taste like crap, but there it is. And what did we do? We did Maya Mocha, right? Alright, let's pull that out and see what it's like. Again, you're going to get the first impression face. It's going to be really good or it's going to be really bad. What kind of cotton did I use? I used organic, and I didn't boil my cigarette, so I'm not boiling my cotton. Did I get it wet and try it yet? No, I did not. Where did you get the dialable? I got the pipette from work. I actually work at a place that has a lab, and those were on their way out. They were going to be disposed of, and I just happened to catch the guy at the right time in the right place and said, "Hey, I need something to do some mixing with. What do you got?" And he says, "Oh, I got these." He gave them to me because they were going to go in the trash because they had been around for a while. Oh, I also have a bunch of these. These are just disposable pipettes. These will work, but they're not very accurate. You really have to, and I mentioned this earlier, you have to measure out whatever liquid you, whether you're PG or VG, you have to measure out how many drops actually makes 1 milliliter. Because if you look in the top right hand corner of this screen where it says drops equals, like 24 drops equals 1 milliliter, if you can see this right here, that is not entirely accurate because VG and PG are different viscosities. So in the size of the dripper, if you use like an eyedropper dripper, or this is a dripper, or a dropper I should say, it's going to be different. So you have to measure it out if you're going to do this with PG and measure 24 or measure out the drops into like a syringe to where it hits 1 milliliter and count the drops. It is maybe 35. You never know what it's going to be, but you have to measure it first, and then you can use that as your base if you want to use drops. But I still would not suggest using drops. Okay, Maya Mocha. Another shake here. Oh, nice, Baj. Nice. Okay, let's see how the Maya Mocha came out. Did I drink this already? Let's shake. Smell test. Ooh, smells good. Let me give it a little taste here, too. Ooh, that's going to be sweet. I think that cream can help it. Let's see. Not bad at all. You didn't see me make the "oh my god, that's awful" face. Right? I didn't start gagging on it, which is even good. A drop is not a measurement. You're exactly right. And vaping, and I'll tell you a story. When I first started doing DIY, and I've been doing DIY since about November or so. Okay? I went on the standard 20 drops equals 1 milliliter kick, and I did all my juices, and I said, why is every juice I make so weak? I can't understand why it's so weak. I'm using the measurements. I was using these. The whole time. 20 drops, 1 milliliter, right? No. After about doing probably 30, 40, milliliters worth of juice and having it all be weak, I finally decided to go measure it. And what came out to say it was 20 milliliter or 20 drops per milliliter ended up being like 34. So I was 14 drops short in every juice I did, or every flavor I did, and that's why all my juices tasted so damn weak, and I couldn't understand why. When I got the right equipment, or finally decided to measure my drops, measure the PG into a dropper, into a syringe to find out exactly how many drops it is, the juices started coming out so much better. So much better. That ain't half bad. Ooh. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Okay. Next thing, it's up to you guys. Put one in the room if you want to taste my juice. Anybody want to try some of this? Come on. I know more than Zodiac wants to try this. I'm putting it back in the cleaner while we're doing this. Hang on a second. Mix some more. Vapor King wants some. No chocolate this time. But mocha is kind of a chocolatey. It's a light chocolate. Right? Okay. I'm done making this right now because I've got one more to make it. I'm not going to have time to do it. So and my hands are sweaty in these gloves. So I'm taking these off. Besides, I ain't had a vape in a while. Well, except for my testers. Did you win? No, we haven't drawn yet. Well, if he don't win, he can piff it. So there you go. Alright, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do 2 drawings. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to give away 5 milliliters, 5, of each of those juices. The first winner gets their choice, or their pick, of kiwi strawberry or the Mayan mocha. I hate the camera, it's always not where I think it is. It's like, I think it's 42,000-ish cycles. Something like that. It's from Harbor Freight, it's like $35. Alright. Put a 2 in the room if you don't care about tasting my juice. Alright guys, chill. You're going to hog up the bandwidth I got here. Alright. What we're going to do is we're going to do another drawing. And let me get rid of the calculator because we're done with that for now. And we're going to pull a calculator up. A randomizer up, I mean. Get rid of that. Go to this one. Pull the chatters up. Give me a second here, folks, till I get this squared away. Annie wants some? Alright, cool. Let me copy this. Let me pull up the randomizer in the list. Pull up random over here. Okay. Give me a second, folks. Let me clear the list up. Oh, come on. I got more than 3 people, though. That's what the hell. Oh, shit. I must have messed it up. Hang on. Let me whack it and try it again. I'm going to give everybody a fair shot here. I must have went up instead of down. Duh. That's better. Get rid of that part. Having 2 screens and going this way and that way all the time is kind of confusing, especially since this is only my second show. So, alright, what do we got here? I'm going to go ahead. I can see chatters in there. There's everybody's name. Everybody see the name of the list? Yep. Alright. First winner gets their choice of the 2. And it'll be a 5 milliliter bottle of each of these. Choice of Mayan mocha or kiwi strawberry. Okay, so the first winner gets their choice of 5 milliliters of one, and the second winner gets what's left. Winner chicken dinner. Who's gonna get it? Vaping Funk, you in the house? Vaping Funk, you here? Vaping Funk. Vaping Funk, you've got about 30 seconds. I'm gonna have a drink while I'm waiting. I haven't seen you yet. Alright, you got about 15 more seconds, Vaping Funk. I said shit. No winners. Grape Ape Vape. Grape Vape Ape, sorry. Grape, you here? If I was shipped to Canada, it's my own personal thing, so if they win, yeah, I'll send it to Canada. Grape Vape. Grape Vape, you here? Oh, Funk. Yeah, you were too late, though. You won, but I didn't get a response back in time. Ouch, yeah, Vaping Funk, you were too late. I waited like a minute and a half, almost 2 minutes for you. Is Great Vape Ape in here? Okay. Since we're having a problem with the lag in the chat, I'll leave it up to you. Do I go ahead and give it to Vaping Funk? 1. If I do a re-roll completely, 2. Yeah, exactly, homeless. Give it to Vaping Funk? Okay. I'll go along with that. Alright, hang on a second. Let me get this up for you. Vaping Funk, I need you to go here. Keep it over here now. Need you to go here. Put in the yeah, he's getting it, don't worry. I need you to select the show name is Clearing the Room. Put in your information. The flavor is yeah, which one did he want? I didn't see which one he wanted. Just put your flavor in there. Vaping Funk wanted it, but I didn't see which one he wanted. Okay, well, I can't help that right now, so hang on. He wants the mocha. Okay, Vaping Funk wants the mocha. Okay, perfect. I caught that. So Vaping Funk, if you put there, like I said, the name of the room, the name of the show is Clearing the Room. And let me write this down real quick. Okay, Vaping Funk is getting the mocha. Everybody cool with that? Okay, I'm sorry. I must have missed it because I was in the. I probably may have been still in the random screen. You're welcome. You're welcome anytime. All right, so mocha is out of the way. So up next is going to be kiwi strawberry. So the next winner is going to get this one. Going to get 5 milliliters of this one. So let's pull up random again. I'll wait a little longer this time. Again, this is only my second show, so hey, you know, I'm a newbie at this too. No, I'm not gonna get everybody in here because I got a kill up top. That's perfect. Alright, there's everybody's names. Okay, you cool with that? Well, except for the very last line, we don't need that. Alright, Zodiac, you're the last. And we're gonna randomize. And I can't see the chat right now, so get here with me for a second. Randomize. Who's gonna get? Homeless guy. Homeless guy, do you want the kiwi strawberry? Oh, sheet. There you go. I guess that means yeah. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, hang on. You write this down. Okay, kiwi strawberry for homeless guy. Give me a second. Copy this. Paste this in here and go there, fill out the winners page. The name of the show is Clearing the Room. Make sure you put your information there, your shipping address, your real name, your real address, your name you logged in under. Do I ship the dumpsters? Well, for a homeless guy, yeah, I'll track you down, don't worry. Let me get rid of the random screen here. Hang on a second. Get rid of this. Alright. Oh, Grape. I tell you what, Grape. There must have been a huge lag problem, and I did kind of roll with it. Hang on, just relax. Grape, you fill out the form too, which is right up here. Go to the winners page, and I'll send you one too. Which one do you just tell me which one you want? You want the Mayan mocha, or do you want the kiwi strawberry? I'll fix it. Don't worry, I'll fix it. So we have Vaping Funk won the mocha. Homeless won the kiwi strawberry. And Grape, your choice. I'll give you whichever one you want. Mayan mocha or the kiwi strawberry. Pick. Just tell me which one you want. I gotta write it down. I'm waiting for to see your response back here, and I see that you want it, but I want to know which flavor you want: kiwi strawberry or Mayan mocha. Sorry, I'm parched. I want to make it right. I want you people, and it's the reason I do this. I do this for myself because obviously these bottles were empty when I started today, and I said, well, shit, I gotta make juice anyway. But I do this for you because I want you guys to see how easy this is to do, and you don't have to spend a shitload of money to buy juice. If you find a flavor you like, and you find a vendor you like for your flavor, and you can make a bottle this big for $1.25 or $1.50, then the hell do it, you know? Grape, I never saw the flavor. Tell me what flavor you want. It's going to be Mayan mocha or kiwi strawberry. Clearing the Room is the name. There you go. Oh, thank you. Thank you, babe. Yeah. Mayan mocha. Okay. All right, cool. All right. When I get those emails from the winners page, your juice will be on the way. And by the way, I pay for this out of my own pocket. You know, the wife doesn't know. Don't tell her. He wants the mocha. He's gonna get the mocha. All right. I've got about 5 or 6 minutes left. Does anybody have any questions about this? About how hard or easy this is? This is very simple. Oh, and I'm liking the mocha more after I got rid of the beer. Oh yeah, my mocha's pretty good. Oh, you want some Floyd? Okay, let me see if I come up next here. Hang on, I'm gonna flip through till I find one. Hang on. I missed it. Yeah, there we go. It's time. Why I don't share with you, Fiery? Come on. You know I love you, Fiery. How much milliliter? Oh, nicotine. Okay. How long do I shake my mixtures? I shake them as long as I want to, and typically on a fresh batch, before I even test it at home, I will do at least 5 go rounds, which is 15 minutes worth in the mixture in the ultrasonic cleaner. But since I just got, or just made, if you guys came in late, you didn't do this, you didn't see this, I made a box. This is going to be the stir like Jake had on his show last night. I made this today, like I said, 15 bucks, 20 bucks, less than 20 bucks is going to be done. Put in for the vendor, put in a special put a special giveaway. Because it really is the vendor, it's me, so a special giveaway would work. Or put in clearing the room would be the vendor, that'd be fine. Okay? But anyway, if anybody saw the show last night with Jake and Jedi about the mixture that he did, this is less than $25. You can do this. Okay? Replace the internet does reviews for different flavors. Okay. Doc Opa. I remember that, right? Did I say that right? Where I started is on the ECF forum, and let me give you a link to that. If you want to learn everything that you need to know about, well, not everything you need to know, but a lot of things you need to know about doing this, the eSig, the ECF forums are a great resource for you. And I don't have a straight up ECF forum here. Let me find a link that's got it in here. ECF forum. Here, I'll give you a list of the recipes from ECF. I'll paste that. If you get there, you'll be able to find some stuff. Oh, I'm not even gonna show to hell. I ain't going nowhere till Floyd's done. No question, but I can't wait to see. Oh, I'm actually supposed to pick up a stir magnet tomorrow. I should be getting it tomorrow. Oh, thanks, Beebs. And I gotta go back to the chat here. I gotta scroll back up a little bit. Hang on. Cheapest place to buy wick and coils. Anybody else have a? Well, let me answer Lord's question first. Lord, to start out, I would start out with the milligram nicotine that you actually use. If you're using 24, start with 24. Don't go overboard because ain't nobody vaping 100 milligram. Until you get used to doing this, you want to start with as low as you can. So if you're vaping 18, try to buy 18 or something very close to it. Don't go overboard because you have to get used to the process first. It's not something you can go in day one and buy yourself a gallon of 100 milligram nicotine and expect to not screw up and spill this shit somewhere. And it ain't good to spill, especially when you got kids and animals around. So I answered that one. How long do you shake? Shake them forever. Mocha's getting it. Wick and coils. Somebody put a link in there for Annie, or some information for Annie, because you can buy your coil, your if you talk about pre-made coils, you talk about stuff DIY like you're going to build your own coils. I need a question for that. Milligram per milliliter. It would, like I said, I hope I got this now. Is go with whatever you vape. If you're vaping 18, buy 18. Different flavors. The Copa would be. It's actually everybody's preference because nobody likes the same thing. That's the great thing about DIY, because I may like a flavor from Wizard Labs and absolutely hate one from Loran, but other people absolutely love Loran's and hate Wizard Labs. It's you got to walk the fine line here. So there's really no set term I can say, hey, you got to have this because it's the best, because everybody's flavor profile is different. So you really can't go with one. Like I said, these little bottles here, and I'll show you this again. I'll use this as an example. This little bottle here from Wizard Lab is 8 milliliters. It's $1.49, and I have 100 of them. So yeah, I spent $150 on flavors, but I can make God knows how many different combinations of this. So you don't have to go buy like a gallon of each flavor off the bat, because you don't need that. Okay, where are we at here? Hang on. Oh, thanks, Vapor. What was the black box you just held up? The black box is called a build box, This is, and I got a big one because I think there'll be that case in there. It's just a PC fan inside of it. It's got a couple rare earth magnets on the top that you can't see because it's against the top here. This was like $8.90 or something like that from Radio Shack. I got the wire. The wire part is basically just an old phone adapter, whatever, something you would use that you probably have one of these laying around for an old phone somewhere. And all you do is you wire it up. If you do a search on Google search for DIY stir plate, and most of these stir plate videos have to do with people who make beer, because they use the big bottles in the stir plates to stir their yeast in. So it's the same concept. Doesn't matter whether you're making beer or making whatever, you're making a stir plate, and it's really that easy. It took me like an hour to put this thing together. And where we at here? Let me stop one stop. I hate shipping. Hang on, I'm trying to go back here. Hang on, I'm trying to catch up with the chat here. Thank you, Vapor. Let's see. Yeah, you rock too, Zodiac. Thanks for coming by. My wig from CVS, yeah. Boiled cotton, or organic cotton. No, CVS doesn't sell Canthol. Annie, wig from CVS is cotton, organic cotton. That's all it is. All right. Does anybody have? I'm actually a little bit over here. Does anybody have any final questions before we call it a night? Annie, we're here to help you any way we can, hon. Don't worry about that. No question is. Don't feel embarrassed by asking a question. No question is stupid. We'll answer anything you got. And Fiery, I'm the other way. I started with silica. I did stainless steel wire. I did stainless steel mesh. Don't like mesh, personally. And I went to cotton, and I'm never going back because I love cotton. I love the way it works. I love how easy it is to work with. It's called sterile, but look for organic, and it's like Walgreens or I guess Rite Aid probably has it too. But look for organic cotton is what you want to look for. That's exactly right, Vapor King. The only one that's stupid is the one you don't ask. Because if you don't know, if you don't ask, you're never going to find the answer to it. Alright, Fiery. What kind of issues are they having with cotton? Alright, Annie, for a Vivi Nova, I would probably go with like 2.5 millimeter silica. That'd be my guess. You probably could do it with cotton, but to change it all the time would probably be a little more difficult. Really? Chest pains? I'd never heard of that. Would everybody else agree who does rewrapping their stuff that probably silica would be the easiest thing for Annie to use? I never heard that. Maybe I should check that out. You don't happen to have a link to the video about that, do you, Fiery? Depending on what resistance you want. Annie, are you a relatively new vapor and new to rewrapping? Silicone and Vivi, yeah, and you can't drive I would probably go with 32 gauge Canthol at first, Annie. If you would, Fiery, thank you. Well, I'm kind of allergic to PG because I get a really dry throat when I use a lot of PG. That's why I go with higher VG myself. Okay. So yeah, for Annie I would go with 32 gauge. Zodiac, thanks for coming by. Annie, just so you know, we have shows every night, and invariably somebody is going to be rewrapping something on one of these shows. Like Killer may do it on, I think Killer's on Friday, I believe, or Thursday, tomorrow. I can't remember what day he's on. Here, let me send you a link to the shows. Hang on a second. Here, I've got that right up here in a second. I'll show you the shows that are on. Shows. Open a new tab. Give me a second here. Paste that and go with that. Andy, if you want to look at that link right there, it shows you all the shows that are on, and you'll get a little better idea for what they do. I think I am the only DIY show. Well, I'm not, because Jake and Jet, I do some DIY on Monday nights. But most of them are, mod reviews like the Hills I did prior. And I do DIY. That's all I do. I don't give away mods. So if you're looking for mods, don't come here. Yeah, RH, I'm the same way. I chain vape all day because I sit at a desk I'm on my ass all day long and I hate it. But I'm chained to my desk at work, and luckily I can vape in my desk, which is really nice. But it's also bad because I just sit and I have, and I'll show you my gear a little bit here. I have 5 mods, and every tank has a different flavor in it, and I just roll through them all. I start on the left, I pick it up and roll to the right, and just roll down all the time. So every time I feel the need, I vape one, I take a hit, I hit all 5 in a row, and yeah, it is like it. I get to sit. And some people in my office go, "Oh, what does that smell? That smells good." But I would say since November, and I only started vaping in June, and I started doing DIY in November, thereabouts. I had not bought juice since November. I DIY everything, and it's not hard. And that's the whole reason for this show, is to show you how easy this is to do. It will save you a shitload of money. You may not get the same flavor you're going to get from a high-end vendor, or maybe you have a local vendor that you absolutely love. I mean, there's the local B&M I have here. They have a flavor from Mr. E-Liquid that's called Napalm. It's like a hot cinnamon. I love it. I love it. That's probably the only juice I will buy because I like it so much. But I actually made one that tasted pretty damn close, and I can get by with that, You can kind of get close. I'm not going to try to make a fluid because I don't, I tried fluid. I tried like 10 milliliters of it and I couldn't take it anymore. I didn't like it. Alright. Beebs, have a great night. Everybody else, have a great night. I want to thank you all so much for coming. I appreciate you being here. And if there's no more last minute questions, I'm going to be out. Anybody got any more questions? Thank you, guys. I'll make sure you fill those forms out because I won't be able to send you the juice until you do. And we're here every night, and you'll see Hoof 62 is the mod I'm on all the time. So you should probably see me here every night. Thank you, homeless guy. Thanks for coming. I hope you guys learned something. That's the whole thing. Thanks, Fire. Am I on Google Plus? I am. I think I'm under Hoof 62 on Google Plus as well too. So yeah, feel free. Make sure you join, if you're not already, join the Vape on TV Facebook group, because all the show information, all the information for all the groups goes up there, and all the mods are always on there, so feel free to keep in touch with us, and we hope to see you sometime soon. Alright guys, I'm out. Have a great night. Thanks for coming. Oh, I can't stop in the middle of a song. I gotta wait for the song to end at least. Thank you, Annie. I'm waiting till this last song, then I'm gonna stop. Yeah, homeless guy, I was actually told to stay home. I can actually work from home. I can do 99% of my job from my house. Thanks for hanging. I can't leave without the Eagles, And if it was Floyd, I'd play the whole album after that. But Floyd. You're welcome, Great Babe. And you're getting Mayan Mocha. As soon as I get that email, I'll send it out probably sometime next week. Good night, Vapor. Laura, did you put your information in too, correct? Give me one, make sure you did. Yeah. You know what I wish? Homeless, I wish I hadn't changed over to the Mayan, because I do like I like the Kiwi too. I maybe should get my other drip route and do that. And there is no rule, and trust me, there is no rule that says you have to do one flavor. I screwed up actually just yesterday. Maybe it was this morning. I had a what did I have? I had a milk chocolate coffee that I made the other day, and you see there's very little of this left. But when I make them, I make 10 milliliter batches of it, so this bottle is like over halfway done. I had the white chocolate strawberry, or white chocolate coffee, and I also had honey tobacco, and I picked the wrong bottle up and dripped honey tobacco on top of the white. Yeah, got it backwards. I dripped honey tobacco on top of the white chocolate coffee, and it was good. It was really good. It tasted like tobacco that's got coffee, or tobacco that's got chocolate in it. It was really tasty. I mix my shit together all the time, and while the song still has a minute or so left, my local B&M, like I said, they have these bottles. This is what they get their juices in from their vendor, and I asked them for the bottles because I was going to make a bunch, and I make like bottles this size and give away for to my relatives for Christmas. And they had all these bottles that had just enough that was in the tip, so they really couldn't get it. They couldn't put a bottle. They couldn't fill a bottle with it because it just fills a tip. So I took all the bottles. They gave me 30 bottles of some kind of different stuff. I turned them all upside down so all the juice would get in the bottom, and I took them all and poured them into one bottle. And it actually was about that thick, that high, and I vaped all this out. And I call it fragrant vape or kitchen sink, whatever you want to call it. Suicide bottle will work. It's got everything that vendor, that store carries. It's got menthols. It's got desserts. It's got fruits. It's got everything in it. Don't pick up your VG at Home Depot now. It smells like a. What's it smell like now? I smell like a kiwi, kind of a strawberry, a little bit of menthol in it. Nobody says that when the bottle's not quite done, you gotta throw it away. Keep using it. Alright guys, this song is over. Again, thanks for coming by. You can pick your VG up at go to Essential Depot. I'm gonna stop this song. Next one doesn't start because I'll get pissed if another song starts. Essential Depot is where I buy mine at. Or New Nicotine at One Stop DIY. There's dozens of places to get it. This was like $10, $12 or something like that for this quart, and this will last me forever. So, all right, guys, I am done. I'm tired, and I have to go to work tomorrow. It's been a pleasure. Thanks again for coming by, and next Wednesday at 9:30, I'll be here. See ya.